a recap from last week on the trades that I'm taking, and then we'll do a trades that I'm looking to take this coming week. So I'm gonna start with Euro AUD. Euro AUD was a trade that I closed early. I got in and then I closed early, and the reason why, first of all, let me go on why I got in. Man, it's this simple. We are creating lower lows and lower highs, right? We got a breakup structure, retest, I'm selling it. That simple on the H4, right? So on the H4, what I like to see is the 2 hour or the 1 hour, 30 minute, or 15 minute. One of those time frames, one of those 4 time frames, to be in sync within the direction that I'm trading in. So at the time that I got in the trade, we were in a 1 hour downtrend, right? So essentially, we had a shift of structure on the 1 hour, the 2 hour, the 30 minute, and the 15 minute to the upside. So I closed the trade at the very top, and I waited for another shift of structure to the downside. So I was looking for that to happen on the lower time frames first, but by the time that happened, it was way down here, and price just continued to fall, right? So overall, what I have to take note of is the strategy works. It's not the strategy. Don't mentally get in your head and try to start switching up the strategy. That has always been my problem, is I would mentally, oh, it's not working. In all reality, it is. Wrong timing, right? Chef, JPY. Here's another one. We were H4 downtrend, underneath the zone, we're looking to sell. Well, the first trade, right, we got a rejection candlestick. The first trade, we were stopped out. Stops were a little tight, right? Price slightly closed above. After I got stopped out, price, this candlestick here, slightly closed above. The following 4 hour candle, we got an engulfing candle. So we re-entered on the trade, essentially. Not just that, we have a 2 hour downtrend for confirmation. We have at the time we didn't have the 1 hour. Now we have the 1 hour. So we had the 4 hour and the 2 hour in the same direction. But we had the 30 minute. No, it switched back. I'm sorry. 30 minute wasn't in a downtrend as well. So what we had was the 4 hour and the 2 hour on this one. But that's confirmation for me. Underneath the zone, we're in an H4 downtrend. We're in the 2 hour downtrend. Let's sell. And if you're a person that likes EMAs, this is the 50. We're underneath. Let's sell. So we are still holding this trade, which is why it's marked green. AUD CAD. Here's another one. This was last week. This is this week. I'm just rinse and repeat is all I'm doing. If I hit a 2-to-1, all I need to be correct is 40%. Now my job is to execute my strategy and let it play out. And it's going to be over a vast amount of trades. That's what took me so long to understand. Is it's not over 10 trades. It's not over 20 trades. It's not over 30 trades. It may be over 100 trades. It may be over 500 trades. But can you have the proper risk management to withstand the drawdown at times? Can you lose 10 trades in a row and not change your strategy? That is the mindset. If you prove the strategy works, can you not change your strategy based off being in drawdown, based off being in, negative? That simple. Drawdown. That simple. Can you make it? Can you fight through? So we got her last week. That's all it is. Break, retest again, rejection candlestick. We got in. That simple, right? With all that being said, We broke above. We got a break. We got a retest. We bought it. You know, it's literally that simple. Um, Price stopped us out. It's part of the process, right? Move on to the next. It is what it is. It didn't work at that time. AUD, NZD. Now this one, I got in on Thursday night, Friday, whichever one. This one I would still be holding, but I know that I wasn't in enough profit to hold over the weekend to allow the spread. So I was going to get stopped out by the spread either way. So I just closed it right here, and then I'll look to re-enter. So I just took a small loss. But I'm still bullish on this trade, which is, let me change that to red. I'm still bullish on this trade. I think on the H4 we're creating higher highs and higher lows. With that being AUD NZD is the one that I'm gonna take, man, because like I said, if my strategy and my system sets up, I'm taking the trade because I know it's either gonna play out or it's not on this trade. But the overall, the long run, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good, which is why you see great traders have losing months. Like people like, oh, I thought you was profitable, but you lost such and such this month. Yeah, well, this is just a part of my strategy. At this time, it's not working. We'll get ourselves out of this though, because I'm gonna continue to trade how I trade, and eventually we'll be positive. The stock, even the stock market. Warren Buffett, they don't make money every single time they place a trade. They lose trades too. But over the long haul of Warren Buffett's career, he's made more money than he's lost. The system works. And that's all we have to do. That's all we got to implement. Quit trying to play God. Quit trying to predict which pair is going to be the pair that is the winning trade. You can't predict that. So all you got to do and all you can do is show up and do your setup. Anyway, Euro CAD. Here's one that played out. We got a break. We got a retest. We got a rejection candlestick. We were in a 2-hour uptrend, but we had switched to a 1-hour downtrend. So once that 1-hour downtrend happened, we entered with inside of 10 pips of that 4-hour rejection, and it sold off. It played out. Euro Chef, here's another one that played out this week. We're just retesting the zone. We are at the time we were in a 1-hour or 2-hour downtrend. A 1-hour downtrend. But the 30-minute had a shift of structure right here. You can see it had a shift of structure. Once it had a shift of structure, we bought. Price came back into the zone a little bit, and then it shot up. Euro GBP. We had a break. Man, the strategy is the same. It's either going to work or it ain't. Rejection candlestick, we got in. The H2 was in a downtrend. The H1 was in a downtrend. The 30-minute was in the time I entered in the trade was in an uptrend. And then the 15-minute was in an uptrend. So we had the 1-hour and the 2-hour that matched it. Stopped out. Here's one that hurt. So we were just break, retest, we sold, and we got wicked out, and then price went in our direction. Part of the process. Part of it. Maybe if we would have got in up here, we would have been good at the top of that rejection candlestick. But, it's part of the process. But it just goes to show what I'm doing works. Wrong timing is all that was. So and when I say this, I'm talking to myself as well. So when I look back at this, and want to get in my head like we do as humans, I know that the system works. GBP JPY, the first time we got stopped out, right? We got stopped out this week. we got another rejection candlestick and we entered, and we're going to look to see whether or not it plays out. GBP AUD was earlier this week. We were in an uptrend, retest, rejection, price didn't shoot. So, I mean, it is what it is at this point. So we are this week, until these two trades play out, we are slightly negative at a break even, whichever way you want to call it, until these two trades play out. Because I lost one time on this one. That was a second entry, and then this is a second entry, right? So, man, we've lost more than we've won, but we're right there. So we're literally one trade away from being in profit, even though we've lost more than what we won. So, all right. So this coming week, not this one. I'm sorry. I don't know why I have that one on there. NZD JPY. So we're in an H4 downtrend. We got a retest. We got a rejection candlestick looking to sell. NZD Chef is another one looking to sell. Euro NZD looking to buy. Break, retest, looking to buy. GBP NZD. Break, retest, looking to buy. Now, this one is in a daily downtrend, but at the end of the day, I'm going with the H4. And the reason why I go with the H4 in the lower time frames, because it gives me more of a day trade. I don't have to hold my trades as long. I can get my 2-to-1 with inside of the day. So at the end of the day, that's all I'm looking for. Because what I've learned is when I used to focus on the daily, my trades took longer to play out, and they would go in profit just about every time. They would go in profit, and then they would pull back on me, right? Because either wrong timing or whatever the case may be. And I thought, well, if I focus on the H4, I just need from this zone to this zone. I don't need, like I would on the daily, from this zone all the way to this zone. Even though we still may take some of those trades, right? But I don't need the full move in order for it to work because of the stops. So, GBP USD, break, retest, looking to sell. NZD USD, break, retest, looking to sell. AUD, NZD, of course, we're looking to re-enter. So this is the trades that I'm looking to take. Hopefully you can take something from it. Man, and just keep pushing.